Malcolm Turnbull has found an unlikely ally in his push to get same-sex marriage legalised before Christmas. Conservative Peter Dutton says the debate about religious protections should be deferred until next year, so the marriage legislation is not delayed.
Touring a pharmaceutical factory,
this is pretty cool.
Malcolm Turnbull confronts a metaphor for the current state of politics.
Round and round in circles.
As the protection of religious freedoms is thrown into the mix on the same-sex marriage bill.
Freedom of religion is a critically important right of all Australians.
And believes they aren't threatened by the bill.
It doesn't impose any restrictions on religious practice or religious or speech or preaching or anything of that kind.
Senior Conservative Minister Peter Dutton is suggesting a way through, proceed with amendments dealing with the Safe Schools program, but park the rest for a separate debate next year.
About whether or not there is support for a religious protections bill, and I think that's important.
And his intervention is significant, a strong signal to Conservatives from their current poster boy that getting this done smoothly is in the government's best interest. As public divisions continue, a group of men painting over a provocative mural of Tony Abbott and Cardinal George Pell in Sydney's Newtown, deeming it pornography, despite the protests of a local resident.
Pornography? Yeah, pornography. There's a man's hand in another man's pants. Open your eyes, woman.
As Labor withdraws its support for an investigation into the Christopher Pyne gay porn Twitter hack,
I feel for Christopher Pyne. It's embarrassing for him and his family.
Believing the chief complainant, Australian Conservative Senator Cory Bernardi,
we need to know how deep and far this penetration has been.
Isn't being straight. Mark Riley, 7 News.
Remember the drama of the Newman-Nichols government?
You're disgraceful, Newman.
Well, if you thought these two were bad, imagine these two in charge. She calls him arrogant.
I think he's arrogant, I think he's rude, and I think it's time for Tim Nichols to go.
He calls her policies loopy, but they can only form government together. A vote for either of them is a vote for both of them. And that's a vote for cuts and chaos. Authorised D. Moorhead, ALP South Brisbane.